front for me to start something. Bugging and bucking at niggas like I was duck hunting. Coming out just me and my crew, cause all we wanna do is bullshit, and we party, and bullshit, and we party, and bullshit, and we party.
To Ehizoje, everyone's favorite Nigerian.
Hey, it's that real life shit, nigga.
Yeah. Welcome to the Real Life Shit podcast hosted by everyone's favorite Nigerian, Ehizoje, aka the Anointed One. Go ahead, follow me on Twitter and Instagram. All you gotta do is spell my name right. That's Ehizoje. Again, that's Ehizoje. And go ahead, follow the podcast too. They got their own handle. That's RLS_podcast. Again, that's RLS_podcast. And on today's episode, I got two very special guests. Go ahead, tell the people who you is, what you doing, and why they should follow you.
Hey, it's Camille, and I just do regular people things, and you should just follow me on Be Real. Just got that today. At Cam SAYE. Again, that's Cam SAYE.
Welcome to the podcast, Cam.
Thank you.
And hey guys, my name is Latiana, but everybody calls me LaTi. And y'all should follow me because, yeah, same. I'm just a real girl doing real things. I like to have fun with my friends and my family. And, you know, do the thing. Follow me on Instagram, Lati Babe. TikTok, Lati Wally. And I just gotta be real, like Cam. You can follow me at Lati Baby.
All right, welcome to the podcast, Lati. Go Lati, go Lati, go. Go Lati, go Lati, go. Go Lati, go Lati, go.
Go.
All right.
Thank you.
Well, I just saw you guys. You know, yesterday we had our little Friendsgiving.
That's right.
A majority of the squad pulled up. People came from, different cities, different towns.
Facts.
Made surprise appearances. Do you guys have like a favorite holiday that you guys like to celebrate?
Mine is probably Thanksgiving, but I haven't been able to really celebrate it because I always work it at the hospital. But like growing up, that was always my favorite holiday just because I like to eat.
Okay, I was gonna ask, is it because of the food or because of the people?
It's because of the people and the food for sure. Nothing really about the holiday in itself, but just the fact that everyone comes together to eat, I love that.
Okay.
Awesome.
What about you?
So it's not like a federal or official holiday, but it's my birthday.
Okay, period. Yeah.
Typical Gemini.
You know what? Wow,
I mean,
EJ.
that's good.
Wow. Yeah, my birthday. Because why not hang out with friends, family, and it's always a good time.
And you usually do it big for your birthday. I just had her man's Eze on. He was talking about y'all's Costa Rica trip.
Yeah.
Big things always.
Always traveling with the big group.
All right,
Big things
so
popping.
I'm actually going to start jumping straight into the topics today. We're short on time, so I want to make the most out of the time I got with these two people. There's long overdue having them both on the podcast. So I'm going to start off a little serious. We're going to talk about the Kanye, Kyrie, Chapelle, and the whole thing surrounding like black people and anti-Semitism. So if you guys have been living under a rock or just unknown about everything that's going on, it all started pretty much with like Kanye tweeting out, "I'm gonna go DEFCON 3 on Jews," which it's like, all right, Kanye, like you can't tweet shit like that.
You absolutely cannot say stuff like that, but are we surprised from Kanye?
Yes. in this case, yes. So essentially after
I'm not. Same.
Essentially after like, because the whole thing about like the Kanye thing, anytime he has an outburst, it's usually to promote something, it's usually to get his money up in the long run. He's usually playing the long game, playing on people's like emotions and things of that nature to get eyes and whatnot. But in this case, in this scenario, I think he like poked the wrong bear.
Oh, absolutely, he did.
In this situation, very quickly they unbillionaired him, and which is crazy to me, right? Because
they have that much power,
right? Literally.
And I'm not gonna go into they or who has power and whatnot, but Kanye has said worse shit before and after, the things that he said about Jewish people. other people have said worse shit about minorities and other, people who are not as privileged as those who do hold power.
Right.
But this is the first time I seen the nigga get unbillionaired, bro.
Facts.
And then you follow that up, then Kyrie tweets out that movie, which I'm pretty sure that nigga did not watch that movie because a lot of the shit in there is like, if you had watched that movie, you're not gonna tweet out the link.
You probably wouldn't have just sent the tweet out.
Yeah, you're not tweeting that link out if you watch at least 30 minutes of that movie.
Yeah.
But Kyrie is a stubborn nigga.
He is.
And
Look how long it took him to apologize.
And he very prideful. And
his apology still wasn't that great.
People wanted us.
I don't think he should apologize.
And we'll get into that. Let me get through the background, And I feel like, when they wanted a specific apology from him, and he wasn't willing to give that specific. And then next thing you know, the man's is suspended.
Facts.
And he plays for an owner who has ties to China. And if you don't know what's going on in China, look up what's going on in China. I can't pronounce the name of the people that are being oppressed in China, but the owner of the Nets has ties to all the inhumanities that's going on over there. And then you get to Dave Chapelle, who always toes the line of like what's right and what can you actually say as a comedian. And he took his like stance on, because obviously he has background of being pushed out of Hollywood, right, and then having to come back, make his like redemption tour or whatever. And people are even attacking the things that he said, even though you could tell that they're in jest and really just trying to invoke thought. So with all that being said, do you guys have any comments on being black and then seeing people, affluent black people, having their livings or like having their lives affected by the things that they said in comparison to other people when they say negative things about black people? Right. And I do want to say I'm anti-Semitic. I'm against hate speech against any minority group, and I'm sure they share the same feelings.
Yes.
Yeah, I feel like it's kind of wild to watch it unfold. Like, you literally see someone say one thing but I think it's all in the culture now. You know how we always talk about like cancel culture and like how big it is now? And it's literally like, you say one thing and they're going to hold that against you. And it doesn't matter. And kind of like saying they wanted Kyrie to apologize a certain way. And it's like, oh, well, you didn't give us the apology. You didn't address the things we told you to address. So you're suspended for 5 games. And it's like, and that's just what it is. And I feel like it is kind of a double-edged sword, I feel like, as a black person, because I feel like black people are talked about so like just like lackadaisical and like these jokes and different things like that. But then when it may be about another group of people, and depending on who these people are and like the power these people have, then it could be taken completely out of context, and then it's something way bigger. And like you said, then you see people losing deals, losing sponsorships, and it's like, damn, like that one thing, literally it's like a rabbit hole. It's a cause and effect, and then it's just like effect. And it sucks. I think it sucks.
And especially in the NBA, you see owners like Robert Sarver.
Yeah.
He's having to sell the team because of, the racist and misogynistic things that he said. But him selling the team, he's making money off that.
Facts.
Like it's, you could say it's a punishment. The only punishment is that he doesn't get to be around stars every day. You feel me?
Exactly.
Donald Sterling a couple of years ago had to sell a team. That Clippers sold for $3 billion.
Right.
You feel me?
Right.
So,
still a billionaire.
Yeah.
Right. I just feel like this whole situation just kind of went left field. Can we have the same energy when it's about us? Can we have the same energy when it's about, other minorities or whatever you identify as? I mean, I feel like we, as black people, were like supposed to have thick skin. We're supposed to just kind of take it like with like a grain of salt. So it's degrading sometimes, just like hearing that and seeing that Kyrie had to apologize, and they wanted him to apologize in a way that degraded him. Because if you see that list, I'm like,
they little boy him.
Literally.
They little boy him.
Yeah.
Come on.
Yeah.
Like,
who's doing that?
And props to Kyrie, because he actually went through with it. If by the time this video comes out, by the time this episode comes out, he's actually playing today in the game. It's Sunday, November 19th. So props to Kyrie for doing that shit.
Yeah.
Just reading the list, I was like, I don't know if I would do that shit.
Right, because I was like,
Go to class. What?
go meet with these officials and talk about it and see. I'm like, huh?
Yeah. The part that got me was, I gotta sit down with you so I could show you what I learned.
Yeah.
Like, what, nigga? Like,
And I think
are you out your damn mind?
I'll just say something. I think it's so crazy about how, like, certain people in these positions, like people in the NBA and different things like that. It's like, yeah, they're a public figure. They may be a role model to some, but it's like my social, like, like what I do socially or like what I post on my own and like social media and different things like that. I feel like it should not have to affect the way they essentially how the business runs to a certain extent. If you say like, I apologize, I didn't mean it that way, it shouldn't be like, now I'm going to tell you have to do all these other things for you to play on this team because something that you posted personally on your own social media. Yeah. I feel like it needs to be like, yes, it's a business and it runs and like, yeah, it may affect your customer fan base or whatever. But at the same time, like everyone's human. And like, that was if he personally say like, I'm sorry, I didn't mean it like that. I'm not anti-Semitic, whatever. I didn't mean to say those things. If it hurt you, then it should be like, okay, we hope you grow from this lesson, and next time maybe you think about it before you post something a little bit more. And like, I feel like it's all a business, so it's still gonna run,
especially
in
that space too, because the Kanye West thing just happened. So
yes,
everybody's already like boiling.
Yeah,
yeah. Dave Chapelle said Kanye fucked up so bad Kyrie had to pay for it.
Facts.
Right,
and he was not lying.
Yeah, that shit was so
for
funny.
real. Yeah, for real.
But I will say, within context, like Kyrie he should have been suspended. Like I have no problem with him being suspended, just because this has been like a recurring thing. It's like there's always something going on with Kyrie.
Very true, because then he didn't want to get the vax. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
But
yeah.
The suspension on top of, hey, you gotta do this, and this. It's like
it's OD.
All right. You doing too much.
Yeah.
Way too much.
Yeah. That I agree with.
Yeah.
But yeah, very weird times we're living in. But speaking of weird, there's a recurring segment that I've started doing the past couple episodes. It's called Real Shit versus Weird Shit. I'm gonna bring up a topic. You guys are gonna tell me if you think it's real or weird. So
real or weird?
Real or weird.
Okay.
First one, Elon Musk and Twitter.
Weird shit.
Why you think it's weird?
I think that's some weird ass shit. I just saw something. I don't know if it's true because I didn't really fact check it. But it was like Elon Musk never got like his degree and whatever and all this type of stuff. And people found out and they signed. I forget what he's supposed to have a degree in. Something relating to science and all this type of stuff. And I was just like, the power that one man can have. Like, he's a genius when it comes to like, everything he's created. But I'm like, I feel like the whole buy with him buying Twitter, it had nothing to do. It's just all ego based, I feel like.
So Elon
and he's not
Musk,
protecting the space.
He does have a physics degree from Penn, and then
he does.
He has his economics degree from.
Okay, I don't know. I saw some in the tweet that said he ain't got it.
You know, niggas just be tweeting sometimes.
Right. And I was
so,
like, oh.
So I don't want to discredit like his accomplishments in that sense.
Yeah.
So that's why I quickly, had to fact
Google.
check real quick. I was like,
because I
was
sure
like,
didn't.
Musk doesn't have his degree, but
Oh my gosh. He has to have his degree in something.
I hope
right?
so. Yeah.
Yeah, this is my first time hearing about it. Guys, I don't be on Twitter.
All right, so I'll give you the background. So Elon Musk essentially bought Twitter. It was a thing for months where he was all like, I think I'm going to buy Twitter because he's an avid tweeter. And then people were all like, hey, instead of using that money to buy Twitter, why don't you use it to end world hunger because it's going to be about the same amount. And then he goes, if you give me a spreadsheet that shows how much it will cost to end world hunger and it's less than Twitter, I'll do it. So guess what? Niggas made a spreadsheet. And it was less than what it cost to buy Twitter.
See, I actually didn't know that part.
And then he still didn't do it. He ends up buying Twitter, which I think he was forced into because he kind of like set the plans going, and then he realized, oh shit, like this is gonna be a lot more work than I thought it was going to. He couldn't back out. It was gonna cost him even more money. So he had to follow through, buy Twitter. And then after he bought Twitter, he laid off a shit ton of people.
Right.
And ever since Twitter's been going in flames, people have been like, yo, what the fuck? There's been a lot more hate speech because the restrictions have been talked about being lifted on certain things. Donald Trump just got his Twitter reinstated. So.
Oh, it's a plot. It's a plot. It's a plot.
It's a whole hashtag now, like the end of Twitter.
Plot.
Like Twitter's ending.
It's a plot. Yeah. Blacks, where we going? Look, because, Twitter is low key ran by black people.
Big
so
facts.
Yeah.
Black Twitter is really where it's at.
The culture.
We
so.
set the trends. We do all the promotion for free
Yeah,
for a lot of
for
y'all's
free.
brands.
Yeah.
Like,
So
that's why you see a lot of these like businesses and whatnot, like when they tweet now, it's in our voices. Like,
Yes.
you can't,
Ooh.
Oh, yeah.
you can't take our tone away from those tweets. I
Dr.
can see it.
Miami.
wait, right?
Main
and
example. His Twitter's ran by a black woman.
Right. And then sometimes when I see ads, we're gonna talk about Instagram, right? When I see ads on Instagram, they be like, "Ooh, what's popping?" Like, I'm like, "Wait, hold on, what's going on?"
Yes.
I'm like, first of all, why are you talking my language? Like, you know, I should not feel this comfortable like looking just at a regular commercial and you're sounding like me. It's kind of weird. So, well, sounding like the culture. So, yeah, it's a whole plot. That shit is weird.
It's
Yeah,
weird.
And there was conversation like a year or two ago about us being like paid for our data just as people, like what we put on like social media, what we put onto the internet, like everything has a value, and you could see the value that black people like give to just society. You know, like we set a lot of standards for a lot of things.
Absolutely.
So whether it be
Yeah.
fashion, music, just comedy,
Everything.
it's a
Yeah.
lot. It's a lot.
Everything. Just everything.
And you
Daily life.
Facts. And you brought up Instagram, so I gotta ask. And you guys were talking about Be Real earlier. So if Twitter did die, what like social media are you going to? I know you already don't really be on Twitter, so
Yeah, I had to let that go. But I would say I'm low key trying to find a black run like platform. We just need to all go there.
if they have their shit together, man. Some, some black businesses
yes,
don't
I
have their
know,
shit together.
I
And
know.
you're just like,
Yeah.
I want to support. I want to.
But you know why? Because there's nobody wanting to support them, right? So they need like more. There needs to be more credibility, and I think the first thing is numbers. So if we all go there, that'll be great.
Yeah.
So then they're able to present it like, hey, we got X amount of numbers, blah 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 blah. Like data is together, so maybe we can get more deals or sponsorships, whatever.
Yeah.
To amplify that experience. So I don't know. I think I would want to head that direction. I think it's needed, and I don't know how you screen niggas to be a nigga. You know, that would be great.
Facts. I can see.
I'm sorry, but
nigga program.
we need
Screen the
that.
niggas program.
Like we need that. Like blacks only.
We need an actual black card. Stop making jokes about it. We need
Don't give
real
it
black
out
cards.
to Chad because he
Yeah.
sung Lil Wayne.
No, you can't
He
come to the
can't come
cookout.
to
Where
the
your black card
cookout.
out? Where your
Right.
black
He
card at?
can't come.
Yeah. I
Yeah, for
mean,
entry.
it's a real life. What is it called? What's that thing on Netflix? What's called Black Mirror? Like,
Oh, Black
yeah.
Mirror.
I legit.
Yeah, every year
Nigga
it's
card,
like a
you
Black
have to
Mirror
go to the embassy to get your nigga card, and then you get a.
yeah, you have to go through a series of tests, man. Because you know the Fed's gonna try and
Get your
infiltrate
nigga
it, so we gotta make
card.
them tests like
Yeah.
legit.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, I don't know where I would go. I feel like there's just no space like Twitter. Like I love TikTok. Y'all know I'm an
Tumblr.
avid TikTok girl. But even Tumblr kind of had changes, and like people still don't even use Tumblr as much.
Yeah.
Like people still use it, but you know, like Tumblr used to be super active when we were younger.
Yeah.
And then you know we go through these phases where different social medias phase in, phase out, phase in, phase out. But Twitter has always been there. Twitter was always there, even when we lost Vine, when people really stopped Snapchatting and started going to Instagram. You know, it was like Twitter was always there. So I don't know. Like I feel like there's just not a space.
And even if you're
Not
on the
space
other
like Twitter.
apps, the other apps are taken from Twitter.
Facts. And they talk about it on the other apps.
On Instagram, you're gonna see screenshots from Twitter. On
Yeah,
TikTok,
right.
you're gonna see screenshots from Twitter.
Yes.
You know, it's
Yeah.
really it's the hub.
Yeah.
It's where everything's
the
at.
hub.
It's the
It
hub.
is,
It's
though.
the hub.
It
It's the
is.
hub.
Huddle up, and then we go out to all the other platforms.
Yeah, facts,
Yeah.
facts.
Yeah.
Be real. Be ready.
All right. So speaking of, black people and affecting culture and not always being appreciated in that culture, one of those things is music. We're not always
Right.
appreciated for like what we do in music. So you have like Nicki Minaj. She had that one song. I don't know the exact name of the song, so don't kill me, Cam. I know you a big Nicki stan. You know, I know you a Barb. But she had that Super Freaky Girl song, right? It was doing numbers.
Right.
Grammys moved it from the best rap song category to the best pop song. Nicki got mad because she's all like, "Yo, like, how am I supposed to compete against like all these other pop artists when this is a rap song?" Like, keep it in rap. She ended up not being nominated.
Yeah.
And you have Jack Harlow, who got nominated for Best Rap Album. And I fuck with Jack Harlow. But that album was mid. Oh my God, that shit was mid. And there was a lot.
He got best rap
album? He got nominated for it.
Nominated.
Yeah, so awards haven't come out yet. He's not gonna win because of the other people, like Kendrick's in it, like shit like that. Like, he's not gonna win. But to get nominated over certain other people who probably deserved it more, not even probably deserved it more, just off the body of work. So my next question for real shit versus weird shit, Grammys versus black artists, real shit or weird shit?
Weird shit.
Yeah, very much weird shit. Always been
Grammys
weird
not
shit.
For us.
Not at all.
No, it's not for us. So.
What should be for us though? Because we used to have the Source Awards. That shit died with the Source.
We have BET Awards.
We have the BET Awards, which is BET Awards be mid. Let's be real.
Very mid.
And it's not even run by black people.
That's
why it's mid, and that's why things keep falling through the cracks.
And then because
it's not run by us, but you have us in these discussions and around the table. I remember seeing that always on BET, like, oh, okay, like, who should blah 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 blah. We need more of that.
Yeah,
we need more of like content like that, like, and niggas will take it serious.
Hey, you think about the Grammys. Who are the people at the table at the Grammys? They're not black.
Right.
So it's like, I understand the outrage we always get when certain artists aren't recognized, but at the same time, it's like, we gotta stop holding the Grammys up to a certain standard because they ain't never been for us. It's never been for black people, the Grammys. Yeah. Even like American Music Awards, but you know, like, certain things have never been for black people. So like, it is always kind of shocking when you think of like someone who's literally like their songs have been on the charts forever or like whatever, like they literally were leading like songs of the year or like songs of the summer and they don't get nominated. It's like, that's kind of crazy, but at the same time we literally have to think about who's sitting at the table because at the end of the day, a lot of times it don't be based on what we believe as the public. And we're only so many people if we do believe certain things,
a lot of it's label politics, to be honest.
Yeah.
Right.
And
the labels are the ones getting. I mean, they're getting the awards, but you know, they're the ones like head to head.
Yeah. So like in the rap categories, obviously black people are going to win a lot in the rap categories. But when you go into like songs of the year and albums of the year, there's a lot of hip hop projects that probably should have been considered for album of the year that just never, got nominated. Or if they do get nominated, they're not going to win. You know?
Yeah.
Right.
All right. Good. Last one. Drake, Circo, Loco, Meg Bar.
Weird shit.
He said,
I don't even want to talk about it.
Shawty lied about getting shots, but she's still a stallion.
Yeah, I wanted to punch the light skin off his face when he said that.
Why? Why'd you want to punch the light skin off his face?
Because why would you even say that, Drake? Why was that even a bar?
Okay, I'm gonna ask this, just to be devil's advocate.
Okay.
What if he knows something we don't?
I don't think he does.
You don't think Drake, with his platform and his public appearance, he's always like, he tries to keep things like clean, he never really like takes sides. He doesn't really speak on like social issues that much. He likes to stay in the middle.
And he chose.
But that's not staying in the middle.
Right.
Saying
exactly,
that.
which is why I'm asking, what if he knows something we don't?
No, then it's not your business to tell.
And that's not your place, like, Aubrey Graham.
You stay in the middle. If that's what you want to play, stay in the middle. Don't be calling people out. Like there was no reason for that. I think that was just uncalled for.
Yeah, it was giving very much Drake is biracial, and he said that, and he was coming for black women.
Wait, what does that mean? Drake is biracial.
He's biracial.
I feel like. So I saw this thing, I really got to stay off TikTok because then it really be changing my perspective of things.
I can tell.
This girl had this whole think piece, and she was like, people never let Drake forget that he was like biracial, raised by a white woman. They always throw that in there somewhere. Like they never just let Drake have his moment. They always have, like they always say this, or like they always try to prove his blackness. different things like that. And I was like, dang, you know, when I think about things in the grand scheme, I've never looked at it like that. But I'm like, I do, you know, you do hear a lot of criticism or just different people talking about, not always people who are like famous or different things like that. But different things like that. I'm like, then Drake says certain things, and then it's like, like, oh my gosh, I can't believe Drake would say that because he's so in the middle, or like, he's not problematic, and different things like that. But I don't know. I feel like that ties in to sometimes just the thing you say, because people use that as like an excuse, or like that's him trying to be a little savage.
I mean, maybe it was just like, you know.
I just feel like it was insensitive.
It was just like a tiny bite. Yeah. It was like, you know what? We just gonna add to this.
Right.
We gonna add to this banger.
But
I mean, it's a little insensitive. He can be a little.
Yeah, to me, it's just a bar.
It's not
like,
fine.
Yeah.
It's just a rap bar, and I think just in the day and age that we're in right now, because he made that rap bar, it was perceived as him taking a side. When in all actuality, it might have just been a bar. You know, he might have just been rapping like, oh, that's kind of hard. That's a good double entendre. Let me add that inside there. And we see niggas rap about like way worse shit. Like, niggas be dissing motherfuckers who just got shot, things of that nature.
Facts.
No one says a word. People be smoking on ops and whatnot. You know, y'all know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
So I feel like we sometimes pick and choose what we get mad about, which is okay, and it kind of goes back into that one thing where we're kind of talking about with, you know, other people, where it's like, hey, if you're gonna call it on this side of the floor, call it on the other side too. Like that should be the call every single time. Yeah. But I get why people are frustrated and like a little pissed off with like Drake in this moment, and you know, I would get why Meg would be mad, especially. But me,
did she say anything?
Yeah, she went on Twitter.
She did. That's what made me start feeling.
Wait,
I didn't even hear that. I didn't hear that song
Twitter.
yet. I didn't hear the song yet, and then I heard it, and I was like, "This is why she's saying stuff."
And then what did she say?
She pretty much was all like, "Niggas using my name for clout," which is funny talking about Drake. But she was just like, "Why niggas keep using my name for clout? Using my hurt, this and that." And yeah, that pretty much.
Yeah, and essentially how people are always coming out like a black woman. And it was like that, you know, and that's why. And I just really felt for her, because I was like, even if he did know something, that is at that point, it's like maybe it is a bar, but at that point you're kind of picking a side because you're saying she's lying. Like, so there's no way to not pick a side when you're saying she's lying. It could be a bar,
Drake,
but it's picking a side too.
Really creative. He's a creative human being.
Yeah.
You can think of something else to put in that. You can stay neutral. You can stay like how you've been this entire time of your career. Like, why choose this? And then I'm not even gonna put the black woman on it, but just like why this situation? Yeah, you know, don't put yourself in weird things like that, and then it disrupts everybody else too. So I don't know. Yeah, was it a bar? I'm not on Twitter.
It was a bar.
Arguably, we can say yes.
It was kind of hard. I'm not.
It was a bar.
Yeah, but
it was a bar.
Absolutely.
Should he have said it? Probably not.
Should he have said it? Not me.
So speaking of Drake,
we're talking about it. That was the reason. Right. We're talking about it. So.
Shock factor.
So speaking of Drake and Circo Loco, Drake and 21 Savage surprised the internet with an announcement of a collab album, giving us only a week's notice to speculate whose sound would be influenced more by the other. Would Drake, one of hip-hop's greatest chameleons ever, step into the dark underworld of Slaughter Gang, or would 21 Savage continue his recent run of floating on soul samples and let his love for R&B shine on the project? We didn't have to wait long for the answer. Full of quotables and Instagram captions, both artists propelled each other to give us an album peppered with bangers and smooth B-sides. So before we talk even more about it, let's listen to a little bit.
Yeah. We ain't even out in Turk, she finna take Sam. Riding around with F and then we like to hold hands. Both was too sipped out, he ain't need a bed. Then I did the pint of tech in a cold red. If I tell this bitch to pull her, she gon' moped it. My doggy don't smoke on shit unless it's unleaded. I don't back and forth over no net, so just gon' did it. See me when you see me, if it's smoke, doggy, unleash it. Did my rockin' bitch, it's my fave, I'ma gon' beat it. Lookin' in the mirror, kiss my face, I'm too conceited. Send a girl home, call another dog, I'm too slime. She ain't wanna eat it on the first day, it's her round. I don't fuck with drugs, poppin' X for the first time. That shit kicked in like a 2-time world champ. Booted up, that shit held up and downs like a skate ramp. She vaped in my room, that shit lit up like a glow lamp. Who won't smoke? Okay, cool, let's stay whole camp. Big shit popper, we the ones that get your shirt down. Niggas try to take a nigga's spot and that's too cramped. Up 8 a.m., geeking hard, I'm a real vamp. These niggas got me fucked up, dog, I'm 2M. Make this bitch lick me like a meth stamp. Strapped up, fuck it, I'ma die lit. Two slime posted at the crib in a snake pit. Every time I tell you how I feel, I don't fake shit.
Alright, how'd y'all feel about the project? When you first heard it?
I loved it.
Yeah, same. I thought it was great.
I loved it. I don't think it's been out long enough to like really sit.
Yeah.
But I love everything. It's really good.
Except for that Circle Loco bar, of course.
Right. Yeah, obviously.
Okay.
Yeah. But yeah, I think this is a good project, and I'm happy they collabed. And again, Drake shows that he is a chameleon and can transform into whatever, and so can 21. So, yeah, that's my thoughts on it.
What about you, LaTi?
Yeah, I thought it was good. It was like kind of a little bit of like a surprise, a little shock. Like, ooh, Drake 21. Like, I didn't see this coming.
21.
And then I heard it, and I was like, okay. Like, you know. Right. I was like, oh, Drake trying to be Slaughter Gang.
Right.
Okay, this is a little different. Yeah. I really liked it. I thought it was good. And like Camille said, like I haven't really sat on it, but still just playing it frequently, I'm like, okay, you know, every day I still like it. So
yeah, this was one of those projects that I feel like a lot of people have been waiting for from Drake, where he's just rapping not the whole time, but like 80% of the time it's just bars, and I think that's what a lot of people have been wanting probably since, if you're reading this, it's too late. I think that was the last project where he was rapping a lot, rapping heavy on it. So I think shit talking Drake is probably one of people's like favorite types of Drake.
I'm sorry to cut you off. I was literally about to say, this album, so cocky.
Yes!
So cocky. I am here for the cockiness. Like, give it to me. Cocky confidence, like, to a T from both of them. Like, yep, I got money, I got bitches, I got all these other, you know what I mean? So, right, like, I love that energy. It's really good. It can be uplifting when you're working out.
Yeah, when you're working out, when you're on your way to work, when you yourself are like, you know, succeeding in life, and you just like, you know, these bars hitting. You know, do you dance 21? Do you
dance? Hey.
Yeah, like, I want to hit my rich flex. But sometimes though, I will say, I can't relate to some of the shit that Drake says. Like when he was talking on Middle of the Ocean, he said some shit like, "Oh, we're going to the VV Lounge and back to the Waza, and if you know, you know, and if you don't," I was like, I have no idea what you just said, bro.
Yeah, half the stuff that
what language was that? Like,
half the stuff that they say, we're not on that level.
Facts.
You know what I mean? So like, we're not gonna relate.
Yeah,
but maybe
I'm gonna still act like I know. Like,
maybe them rapping can give you an image, and you know, you can you
inspire you a little bit.
Right, exactly.
All right, so what was your favorite song on the project, LaTi?
I think my favorite is More M's.
More M's? All right, we're gonna listen to a little bit.
Metro and his bitch going brazen. Strike like a match, knock him out his hat. Knife to a gunfight, this ain't none of that. Had to cut her off, she got too attached. I ain't wasting time that I'm never getting back. Taking less L's, making more M's. Put her skims on, now she acting like she Kim. Take it to the paint, take it to the rim. You look good on camera, baby, let's go make a film. Big diamonds, big puns, VS1s, long guns, home runs. I'm the done, I can hang in the trenches with no one.
Why you like More M's?
I love a catchy song. And I just feel like 21 just be so good, like taking less L's, making more M's. Put her skin on, now she acting like she can. Like, it's just catchy, and it make you kind of feel, it's one of those, like, you know, can you do something, but it kind of make you feel yourself. And you're like, okay, like, you know.
Yeah, he be saying hella simple shit.
Yeah.
It
really hit though. know. You're like, how this
Yeah, high key be ABCs. But
It's okay.
Yeah,
That's what we need
Yeah.
sometimes. Ain't nobody trying to read between the lines.
the way he be saying it, I'd be like, okay,
Exactly.
bet.
It just make you kind of like, oh, like he ain't saying no real philosophical shit. He just talking. But it's like it gives you that little vibe, like, okay, you know, you could just. I just feel like that's the kind of song, like, yeah, like you said, like I can play anywhere. I can play it in the gym. I can play it at home. I'm getting ready for work. While I'm driving to work. Like it's one of those songs that just like it makes me feel good. The simplicity of it makes me feel good. Yeah.
I feel that. Sometimes we can do that.
Yeah.
What about you, Cam? What was your favorite song on the project?
All of it.
All of it.
You got to pick.
Okay, wait.
One.
Just one?
Just
I
one.
have two.
You could mention the other one, but pick one.
Okay, Pussy in Millions for sure.
Yeah, that is a banger.
That one right there. Man, how many transitions is in that one?
Wait, is that your favorite?
That's my top favorite, but my other one is the
Jumbotron shit.
Yeah.
With the militia, niggas ain't switching. Mine on missions, mine on pussy and millions, mine on pussy and millions. I'm tryna call a sex symbol to eat my kids up. They say more money, more problems. Bring on the problems. Bring on the problems. Bring on the motherfucking problems. They say more money, more problems. Bring on the problems. Bring on the problems. Bring on the motherfucking problems. Hey. Braid it up in my Suizo. Hit them, then I get amnesia. Life ain't getting any easier. Flacosita. I know that I'm not in love. She don't love me either. It's just hard to find a love that she keep on getting deeper.
Why you like this one?
Like I said, the flow, the transitions, like before, if we kept listening to it before Travis gets on, it's such a Travis move. Such a Travis move. Like the just the musicality of it, like it's really a vibe.
I could fast forward that part real quick.
Yeah. Like before that, you could just hear it coming up.
Bring on the problems. Bring on the problems. Bring on the motherfucking.
Dun 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 dun. I don't expect anything less from Travis.
Right.
It's a good song, and I think I also missed Travis too for a while. Like
he had to go MIA. Understandably so.
Yeah, he had to go MIA. So
RIP to all the victims. You know.
Yeah.
That tragic incident.
Yeah.
You know,
crazy.
I'm happy to see him, starting to be outside a little bit more.
Yeah.
He's starting to have a couple more features,
Yeah.
I can't imagine the PTSD on the other side of that, where it's like, do I even want to perform again? Do I even want to make music? If this is what the outcome is going to be. But,
Yeah.
I'm glad people have, put their arms around him, so.
Yeah. Agreed. But that song is good.
Yeah. What song would you guys delete from this project?
None.
Nope.
If you had to choose one, gun to your head.
Rich Flex. I know.
Whoa.
I'm sorry. Oh my God. I said it. LaTi, you already know.
I did.
Okay. One thing about
Why
me.
Rich Flex?
Okay.
That shit was hard.
It's hard. You know why I would get rid of it?
Is it because of the memes?
No, not because of the memes. I think it's just because it's such a
radio
mainstream. I'm not a mainstream girl. Like every time I listen to any album, I pick out the songs that I know will become mainstream, and then I purposely don't listen to them like hardcore.
Because everybody else is gonna play them.
Right. It's just it gets overplayed, and it doesn't mean that it's less of the song or it doesn't have that much meaning. It's just I'm just like, dang. Why are you overplaying this?
Can you
Please
do something for me?
But it's meant to be overplayed. Yeah. It's meant to kind of burn in your head.
Yeah, they in the studio. They're like, that's the one.
That's the one right there. And it's fine. It's totally fine. But you said if I had a gun to my head, then that would be the song.
Okay.
Sorry, I didn't want to pick anyone, but if I had to pick a song, it'd be that one.
I fuck with this one heavy. I'm not even gonna front.
It's good transitions. It's good.
Which song would you choose?
Yeah.
Okay, hold on. Let me talk about Rich Flex for a little bit. Because, like, him, like, interpolating that T.I. flow from 24s.
Yeah.
I think when that beat switches, sticks and stones.
Yeah.
Chrome on chromes.
That's just what a nigga on. Yeah.
I'm not disagreeing on that song. I'm just saying, if you had to put a gun to my head, it's different.
If you gotta put the gun to my
You
head.
gotta put a gun to my head, it's different.
Before I say my answer, which one
No,
you
I
delete?
want you to go
No,
first.
EJ, we want to hear yours.
This is my
It's that real
my
life
podcast.
You tell us what you.
I can't
if
argue
I put
with
a
these
gun,
two because I know I can't. I'm not gonna win, especially not when they together. So I'm not even gonna try. But
We're glad you know.
if I had to delete one privileged rappers, it was
Really?
It's cool. It's cool. It's cool. It's a cool song.
Oh
It's a cool song.
my goodness.
It's not as good as Rich Flex though, but it's a cool song. It's a cool song. I had a couple I would delete, to be honest. Spin About You I would delete
What?
100%.
Have you listened to them?
I did. I
Oh my
did.
goodness. You know
Spin
what?
About You?
I think you need to sit on it for a
Look.
little bit.
I don't need to hear 21 sing ever again in my life.
You know what? I thought it was different though.
You know what? Me and Lati, we love a little singing rapper.
We do.
Lil Wayne being
Listen.
one of them. 21 being one of them.
Yeah.
21 gonna sing. I need him to put a little bit more auto-tune on that motherfucker, bro. I'm sorry.
Don't be talking about him.
I'm sorry.
I love a little rapper when they be singing. I be like, you better sing that
I like
little
Hours in
song.
Silence, but it just felt dummy long.
That one, yeah.
I would delete those three.
Wow. Yeah, I think everything is great.
But yeah, all right, Lati,
Yeah, Lati, what's yours?
gun to your head.
Gun to my
I know
head.
you gonna die for this light skin. The way you've been talking.
I know, right? They about to be like, this girl's crazy. I need to get off Twitter and TikTok. Oh my gosh, gun to my head.
Yeah,
I can't choose.
do.
The only reason I would say Circle Loco is just because his Meg bar.
The bar.
But there's no real reason. I like the song. I actually like the song a lot.
At first, when I heard it, I was like, why are we doing this?
Yeah.
Because you just, one more.
Yeah. But it's like a cool ass sample. Like I would have never thought he would have sampled it like that.
Yeah,
Right.
It was good.
Yeah.
Well, turn me up.
All right, what y'all giving this project out of 10? No halves.
Right now,
No
at
halves.
this moment, right now,
No halves.
at this moment, hasn't even marked a month yet, right?
Yep.
Yeah, at this moment, I would say no halves.
No halves. Round numbers only.
7.
7. Okay. Lati.
I was gonna say 8.
8.
Okay.
I'm also giving it 8.
Was that a clap? Or
It was like,
okay.
So this is actually Drake's second project of the year. His first project was honestly Nevermind, which was very house music influenced.
Yes.
He wasn't the only artist that came out with that house influenced album in that time period. A month later, Beyonce came out, so the Queen Bee herself returns with her project Renaissance, adding to the recent trend of hip-hop and R&B artists maneuvering their way through the tunnels of house music. Renaissance may be the ultimate culmination of a pop star releasing a house-inspired album, helped by Drake's unfocused offering of Honestly Nevermind. Beyonce's interpretation of a house fusion was much more widely accepted, but is that due to the quality of the music or her name value and die-hard fans? So before we talk about it, let's listen to a little bit.
Got a lot of bands, got a lot of IP on me. I gotta fend myself off. I gotta fend myself off. I gotta cool it down. I gotta cool it down. Yeah. It's been a lot of years, really think you get one
All right, y'all. What y'all feel? How'd y'all feel about this project when it first came out?
It was amazing.
Why was it amazing? What made it amazing for you? Is it because it was Beyonce?
I do love the Queen.
Okay,
You know, I
yeah,
do love
yeah.
Queen Bee. But I think, like you said, it was kind of just like you know how Beyonce, she just be unexpected. And I feel like it was like a unexpected album, but it was just so good. Like, I feel like every song just hit differently, a different way. But it's like, I felt, and I was like saying this a lot, I was like, this feels like a project like you can just play all the way through. Like, there's no song, like, I mean, you know, this is a song I might skip, but I'm like, there's, like, I can just listen through to the whole project and just be like feel good. Like, I feel like this album makes me feel good.
Okay.
Yeah.
What about you, Camille?
I would agree with LaTi. It's a very feel-good vibe.
Yeah.
One other thing that I do before listening to an album, well, not before listening to the album, while listening to the album, is can I dance to this tune? Like,
Very
can
important.
I dance? Like, what kind of dance? Like ballet or hip hop? Like, what does it look like? And I can say that every single song can be danced to. You can cook, you can clean to this song,
Right.
you can jam out in the car. Again, it's the same as Her Loss as well. Like, it's just a good throughout jam. So
Okay. Yeah, so I listened to this project again like this morning on my way over here because I was like, okay, I need a little refresher over this project before I like really like dove in, because I remember having reservations about certain songs. Obviously this project wasn't made for me, so that's the first thing where it's like, okay, there's gonna be a disconnect already from there, but I'm always able to appreciate music for what it is, right? But there were moments in the project where I'm just like, yo, why the fuck are you doing this? So like I think
excuse me?
I think it was America Has a Problem. And we could dive straight into like best songs. I'll go first this song. It happens to be America Has a Problem, where I think there's a portion of it where she starts rapping, which I like when Beyonce raps, but she sounded like Cardi B. And I was like, you didn't have to put that in there. You feel me? Like, you could take that
What
part
section?
out.
What are you talking about?
The part where
I need
she's,
to know.
Hold on, I gotta find it. Not this part. I gotta find it.
Yeah, I'll let you find it because I'm
Yeah, I want to know the part too.
Cardi B.
Yeah.
It's towards the end.
I'm gonna have to just look up the fucking lyrics. Hold on.
You can see the lyrics on the thing.
Yeah, but it changes like where it's at in the song. All right, so we're gonna listen to America Has a Problem. Be right back.
2480 at the trap, hit it with the rap, put it on the map.
I like that.
Then we right back. Call me when you wanna get high, high,
This
high,
beat, like,
yeah. Here we go.
that little part reminds me of That's So Raven.
Oh, yeah.
Bow, bow. And then it's like,
Yeah.
like, it just sounds so good. Yeah, I don't know what Cardi. You probably talking about a different song.
The one where she's all like, "Oh, mask on, hoodie on, cause I'm still outside." Like that one.
Wait, is this that?
But we out outside.
Yeah.
Is that the song?
Is that this? I thought this is a song.
I'm telling you, it's a song.
I don't think she sound like Cardi B.
Yeah.
I think
that's
Cardi B
Beyonce.
has taken some notes from Beyonce. Just saying.
Oh, maybe it was on Break My Soul. I think it was on Break My Soul.
That one could be deleted.
Alright, we listen to it. It's not on America Has a Problem. I apologize, Beyonce. I shouldn't play with your name like that. It was on Break My Soul, but still my point stands where it's just like, you ain't gotta do that, bro. Like, it sounds better if Cardi B was on it. Like, why not just have Cardi B do it? And I do have issues with like Rihanna's new song, Lift Me Up, and we could get into that later, but do you have a favorite song on the project?
Wait, hold on. That Cardi, like, that just baffles me right now.
What baffles you?
Because she doesn't sound like Cardi B.
She sounds exactly like Cardi B.
No, she doesn't.
I will bet.
Yeah, she don't sound like Cardi B to me either.
Right. It's coming up, I think.
Yeah, or else like if you click on the little quotations.
You wanna listen?
Just using my imagination. That's what I've been doing this whole time.
Oh, did it come on? Wait, keep going.
That's don't break my soul.
Yeah. Oh wait, did we say Break My Soul?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know where that is.
Outside.
But I know what you're talking about,
Yeah.
but it's not. Why don't you tell your viewers the part that you're talking about so then they could.
When she's talking about, oh, cause I'm still outside. Put the hoodie on, cause I'm still outside.
What
Like,
about that
that's-
sounds like Cardi B?
The way she's like saying it, I wish I could find it in the fucking song, cause then that would be like just my proof. Where it's all like, yo, you sound like Cardi on this. Just have Cardi say
Oh,
it.
that is on Break My Soul.
Yeah, what
You
part?
say you outside, but you ain't outside.
You
White
say you
hoodie with the
outside, but
mask
you ain't
outside.
outside.
What section of the song so I can play that shit?
It's on. It's on the second verse. Towards the end.
Towards the end.
Yeah.
I wish it had timestamps.
Before the pre-chorus, before like the got motivation, I didn't found foundation.
Oh, before that?
Yeah.
Oh, all right, perfect. Perfect. Thank you, Latiana.
You're welcome.
Y'all tell me if you think
Ain't taking no flicks, but the whole click's
Not
snap.
this
Just
part.
a whole lot of people in the house trying to smoke with
Right
the
here,
yak
right
in
here,
your
right here, right
mouth. And we back outside. You said you outside, but you ain't that outside.
like
Worldwide hoodie with the
Beyonce.
mask outside.
This is Cardi B's
Got how
whole
we act
New York
outside.
accent. that was. You can't tell me that don't sound like Cardi B, bro.
I don't hear it.
Look, y'all blinded by
can't tell me
y'all
that sound
stand
like-
shit.
I don't hear it.
Look, it's okay. It's alright. What was your favorite song on the project? Come in.
Okay. Move. Move is my favorite because it gives me a little Destiny's Child. Yeah, I feel very nostalgic. It's just a vibe, man. She said, "Move out the way."
And it, he says,
Hey,
When the queen come through, like the red